Sports. It's in the game.
Great play call, great pass, great reception. That play had it all.
Today.
Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. An early task, 2 plays in, this is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 44. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson forced out to his left.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
He was looking for Watkins that time, and it's 2nd down.
You look at this Bronco defense.
They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window.
And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up.
A touchdown! Cortland Sutton with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Play action. It's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. He's off to a pretty shaky start, to put it mildly. He's had 2 passes picked off and run back for touchdowns, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Herbert. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 98 yards, and a score.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. (21-0) our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary, as they've got it as we resume action. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Herbert now. Allen's got it complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
3rd and 2, Herbert.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. done good with the extra point.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Play action. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. That's Atkins.
Down the right sideline.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Chargers getting set to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Herbert. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bradley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. To the air again. Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Short throw, it's Higbee. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half.
They go play action now. Wilson.
He's got Dulcich going across the formation.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And got his man. Complete. Touchdown Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Grant. He will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, it's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Again, Herbert. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Denver offense at the line ready to go.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first two quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
So barring a touchback half as the kick is away.
So we've reached half.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Oh, what a juke into space. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Wilson going to throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Up the middle they go. Bradley, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Herbert, a quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Wilson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
Touchdown! Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Broncos have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
The return from his end zone is...
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bradley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Looking to throw. Herbert. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
In motion right goes Sutton. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Cortland Sutton. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Herbert, short throw, it's Higbee. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Bradley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Bradley. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Herbert back to the air. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. On first down, Justin Herbert will find Williams on the slant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. Presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Or just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They go play action with Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, on Herbert, his 3rd interception. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. McManus now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So out come the Chargers.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's Herbert now on second down. That's complete to Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bradley. And he's got this down to the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Herbert throwing again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On second down, here's Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's good. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Denver, they fit.
today.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
The first throw, here's Winston.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Inside the 20.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
To throw is Wilson. And this one's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Marvin Mims.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Winston. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Broncos. Amari Cooper from 21 yards away.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
Now out come the Giants. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On 2nd down, Winston again. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. Jameis to throw it.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. And the Giants send out their punter now.
Back deep to return is Marvin Mims.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Play action. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Cooper was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down.
You talk about this Giant defense.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-0. That time a 6-play drive.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And Winston lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this 1st quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the 1st fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Now this throw caught left side. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They go play action now. Wilson flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. McManus's point after is good, and it is 28-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them, and plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
And New York set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll run it again with Barkley.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Here's 3rd and 7.
Now Winston. That is caught. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants whip the football.
Winston's throw complete here to Waller.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Winston.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd down, Winston.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Throwing, Winston. He shakes him off. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And Winston lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal?
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown, Giants.
Devin Duvernay
from 8 yards out.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Denver's offense now set to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Touchdown! Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of it.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He's got it at the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Amari Cooper on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
McManus's point after is good, and the rout is on here in this first half. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 28-yard line. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On first down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. Touchdown, Broncos. Amari Cooper, 40 yards.
And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, Winston will find his tight end. That's Waller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a second down throw for Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw, Winston. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Winston. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Here's Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Allen with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be new.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Amari Cooper, 62 yards. And the Broncos have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Nick Bonito able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28.
A good head down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and just touchdown.
Marvin Mims.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, the feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston now. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Winston.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
3rd and short yardage. Winston into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. New York set to take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Wilson. Being chased out left. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides. Look at him go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Greg Dulcich, 40 yards. And the Broncos are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Escapes the defender. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16. But they get the conversion anyway. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Jameis to throw it.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Jameis again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. 20, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
First down, Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that is incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Wilson wants to throw it. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best.
from Empower.
And off we go from Denver. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. In motion right, that's Dell. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Stroud looking to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Throwing now is Stroud.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
He'll look to set up his blockers. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They go play action now. Wilson.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now Wilson. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. Shreds him with a stiff arm. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Thomas.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. To throw is Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Broncos! Cortland Sutton, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Well, the numbers for Pierce last week.
20 carries, 74 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
3rd down and 6. Stroud. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Stroud.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Stroud out of the gun here.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Fielded at the 20. Nifty footwork at the 45. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And Thomas has it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson taking it in from the 20. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Now Stroud.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After the interception, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 and 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Touchdown! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Throwing on second and long. Stroud. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not count.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. That's underneath to Pierce.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Here's Matt Araiza now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here.
There he goes, Amari Cooper.
He's on his way, Amari Cooper.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Amari Cooper With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Broncos open the lead up to 34-0. McManus's point after is good, and a rout is on here in this first half. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Inside the 20.
And they will finally stop it, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Atkins. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And Davis with it left side. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and 10, it's Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain well behind. So we've reached halftime here in what is quick.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his...
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, 43 yards. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. With a pick. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Throw left side complete. That's Atkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the gun, it's Wilson. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Wilson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
They will find Davis on the left side complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Here is 3rd and 5. Stroud working out of the gun.
That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Stroud to throw it. On the slant, he's got Davis.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
3rd and 5. A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there.
All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Amari Cooper, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a back.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26.
And Stroud now to throw. That's complete to Pierce.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw. Stroud. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Stroud. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Josh Allen in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. Operating from the gun. Stroud.
That's complete to Dell.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. A great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided.
And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive.
Touchdown! Cortland Sutton from 8 yards out. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On first down, here's Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here goes Stroud again.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
Got his man, Dell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Stroud.
That is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this.
But that's caught at the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, Your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Stroud.
That's caught again by Schultz.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Nick Bonito in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your